132 degrees. That is what our thermal camera picked up on the main electrical panel of a 45,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Safe threshold for that panel is under 90. That is a 42-degree difference, and it means fire risk. The facility had no idea. My name is Martin. I'm the founder of Stratum Gauge, and today I'm going to walk you through exactly what a single quarterly thermal inspection found on this facility, every critical finding, every warning, and the dollar math behind all of it. No hype, just data. The facility is a 45,000 square foot manufacturing operation in Fort Worth, Texas. We scanned 12 zones, roof sections, HVAC units, electrical panels and structural elements. The thermal imaging was captured with a DJI Matrice 4T, RGB documentation with the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. This is not a one-time flyover. Every quarterly scan covers the same zones, the same baselines, so findings build on each other over time. The scan flagged 10 anomalies total. 4 of those needed immediate or near-term action. 2 were critical. Let me walk you through all of 4. HVAC Unit 1 came back at 118 degrees. Expected operating range is 85 or below. That is a 33-degree delta, and it tells you the compressor is overheating. Here's why that matters. An overheating compressor at this level typically fails within 30 or 90 days if no one intervenes. Emergency replacement on a mid-sized industrial unit runs $8,000 to $22,000, and that is before you count the production downtime, while you wait for parts and a crew. The recommended action? Professional HVAC inspection within 14 days. Catch it now. It is a maintenance call. Miss it, and it is an emergency. This was the highest severity finding, 132 degrees on the main electrical panel. Safe threshold is under 90. That 40-degree delta puts this in the immediate risk category. The recommendation is a licensed electrical inspection within 7 days, not at the next scheduled maintenance cycle. Within 7 days. This is the kind of finding that rewrites a maintenance budget overnight. And here's the thing. No one at this facility knew. There was no visible sign. No alarm. The panel looked fine from the outside. That is exactly the kind of problem thermal imaging exists to catch. The scan also turned up 2 warning level findings. These are slower moving problems, but they compound if you ignore them. First, roof section C. The thermal scan revealed a roughly 80-foot insulation gap, reading 96 degrees against an expected 82. That 14-degree difference means moisture is getting in, or the insulation is degrading. Left alone, you are looking at accelerated membrane failure and eventually interior water damage. A roofing contractor assessment within 30 days is the standard recommendation. Second, ponding water near roof drain number 3. Standing water on a flat commercial roof. The drain is partially blocked. According to the National Roofing Contractors Association, ponding water is the leading cause of premature membrane failure on commercial flat roofs. Drain inspection and clearing within 14 days. A straightforward fix before it becomes an expensive one. On top of these 4, the scan identified 4 more anomalies at monitor level. Lower severity for now, but worth tracking each quarter, so you can catch them early if they start to accelerate. Now let me walk through the numbers. These 4 findings translate to $61,000 in projected annual savings. And here's the breakdown. Avoided downtime, $25,000. That is the big one. The HVAC failure alone, if it had gone undetected, would have caused a production stoppage. Roof and envelope repairs, $16,000. Catching the insulation gap and the ponding issue early means a repair instead of a replacement. HVAC maintenance 7,000. Scheduled compressor service instead of emergency replacement. Avoided emergency repairs 10,000. When something fails at 2 a.m. on a Saturday, you pay a premium. Energy loss reduction 3,000. An 80-foot insulation gap bleeds conditioned air. Fixing it drops your utility bill. I want to be straightforward about these numbers. They are based on industry benchmarks for mid-sized manufacturing facilities from organizations like IFMA, ASHRAE and the NRCA. They are projections, not guarantees. Actual savings depend on your facility's condition and how quickly you act on the findings. But the math is credible and it is conservative. Here's where it gets interesting. One scan gives you a snapshot. But when you run the same scan every quarter on the same zones against the same baselines, you start to see rate of change. A roof section that went from 82 degrees to 88 to 96 tells a very different story than one that jumped from 82 to 96 in a single quarter. The first is gradual degradation you can plan for. The second might be a sudden failure that needs attention now. By the third or fourth scan, you are not just reacting to findings. You are making decisions based on trends. That changes how you prioritize repairs, how you present maintenance budgets, and how you negotiate with contractors. Reports are delivered within days of each inspection and formatted so you can hand them directly to a contractor, a CFO, or a safety officer. They work with existing maintenance management systems. No new platform to learn. If you manage an industrial facility in Texas and you want to see what a thermal inspection would find on your property, we offer a complimentary pilot inspection for qualifying facilities. No obligation. The pilot produces a real usable report, whether or not you sign a recurring contract. Reach out at stratumgauge.com and use the contact form. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching. If this was useful, subscribe. We are going to be walking through more inspection data, roof maintenance schedules, and the economics behind preventive maintenance for industrial facilities. See you in the next one.